How you feeling today, champ?
Like a champ. Ready to go.
So that's boxing at its finest right there. You heard it. They said it. Make that everything on the line. You know, that's old school right there. That's everything on the line.
The anticipation keeps building as a massive showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis moves closer to being officially finalized, with both fighters already deep into their training camps for the highly anticipated clash. Stevenson appears fully locked in for the challenge ahead, treating every moment of camp with complete focus and intensity while pushing himself hard to make sure nothing is overlooked in preparation. Terence Crawford is spending significant time working alongside Shakur Stevenson as preparations continue for a possible showdown with Gervonta Davis. Having Crawford involved in camp gives Stevenson the benefit of learning from one of the sharpest minds in boxing while also adding another elite-level presence to the preparation process. Trainer Ronnie Shields says the intensity and momentum inside Stevenson's camp continue to rise as training ramps up. According to Shields, Stevenson is improving with every session, looking sharper, faster, and more confident as he gradually reaches peak condition ahead of what could become a massive fight.
How's looking
It's
today?
looking bad today. That's how it's looking. Cole gonna break some and if he don't break some, he gonna beat the out of it. Over this. Oh, nice.
After spending significant time around Shakur Stevenson throughout camp, promoter Antonio Leonard believes Stevenson is fully prepared to test Gervonta Davis when the biggest moment arrives in a potential showdown. Leonard feels Stevenson has the mindset, composure, and skill set needed to deliver under pressure, showing confidence that he can elevate his performance when the fight reaches its most critical stages. Coach Wally Moses also praised the intensity and discipline inside Shakur Stevenson's training camp, describing the preparation as extremely focused and mentally demanding. Moses made it clear that no part of the process is being taken lightly, with every detail receiving full attention ahead of the potential clash. He explained that Stevenson has been putting in serious work day after day in the gym and approaching the entire build-up with complete dedication, while adding that all signs suggest he will be fully ready once fight night finally arrives.
Getting hot. It's getting hot up in here. Oh, he looking pretty good. He ain't at his peak yet, but he looking good. He coming along.
On the opposite side, Gervonta Davis is also pushing through an intense training camp as he prepares for his return to the ring. Davis believes the obstacles and challenges he has already overcome throughout his career have firmly secured his legacy within the sport. Because of that, he makes it clear that he no longer feels driven by the need to silence critics or convince doubters, choosing instead to focus entirely on his own goals and performance.
Yep, that's right. Yep, that's that fight. July 12th, demolishment. We're gonna demolish it. Guys way too slow. Sports too sharp, too fast, too strong.
According to Plummer, Gervonta Davis has been putting himself through demanding sessions in camp alongside his longtime trainer Calvin Ford. The focus of camp has been on refining every aspect of Davis' skill set, with a lightweight star constantly pushing his physical and mental limits as he prepares for his return to the ring.
Well, camp is going great, looking at the anticipation of the things that's coming forward. We not looking past anybody, but, he's been working very hard, and he's been in the gym a very good amount of time, and, I think he's taking this fight just as serious as he would take any other fight, if not more. So I know for sure that I could say he's going to be ready.
Gervonta Davis has continued raising the intensity in camp, pushing himself through tougher sessions and maintaining a faster pace than before as preparations move forward. Davis believes the dedication and effort he brings into training are what truly separate him from the rest of the division, insisting that his relentless work ethic is a key reason he continues to perform at an elite level.
I'm already a legend from where I came from or what I've done. Like, I done been through mad stuff, like sleeping on floors, crack house, all that type of stuff. Like, I've been through all that. I ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody else. That's why I don't never get too hyped about the win after I win, because it's like you always gotta do something over and over again till you're done. And it's always gonna be somebody next, somebody next, somebody next. So after that, I don't have to prove myself to these people.
However, Coach Reggie Lloyd cautions Gervonta Davis against overlooking Shakur Stevenson, pointing out that Stevenson performs on a much higher technical level than Lamont Roach Jr. Lloyd believes that if Davis allows himself to fall behind during the early rounds, he could end up spending the rest of the fight trying to catch up, a situation that may allow Stevenson to control the momentum and dictate the pace in his favor.
Let's go. When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang. There you go. Good. There you go. When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understands that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you asked for. Let's get it now. Slow it down. Good work, good work. He ain't playing with nobody. You step in that ring with him, be prepared.
Sharing his opinion on the growing hype and speculation, David Benavidez says the fight he wants to see most in boxing is Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, believing it has all the ingredients to completely capture the sport's attention. Benavidez feels a matchup of that level would instantly become the biggest talking point in boxing, dominating conversations among fans, media outlets, and the entire fight community.
See some speed. He's like, yo, where them coming from? They're coming from different angles I ain't never seen.
Breaking down the potential matchup, Mike Tyson explains that giving Shakur Stevenson too much control during a fight can quickly become dangerous, as the momentum often starts swinging heavily in Stevenson's favor. Tyson emphasizes that opponents need to remain aggressive and consistently engage from start to finish, because once Stevenson begins setting the pace and making fighters react to him, his precision, timing, and sharp accuracy can gradually take command of the entire fight.
Now, Reg, you have been on the record saying that Shakur Stevenson beats that. This is like for years. It's like the last 4 or 5 years. Did that fight against Lamont Roach kind of cement that in your mind? Like, nah. Like, did you see anything that, like, yo, Shakur definitely, like, without a doubt, beats him?
Yeah, because Shakur, Lamont is a good fighter, but he's not. Shakur's a better boxer. Shakur's a better boxer. And again, like I've been just saying about Tank giving away rounds. You can't give away 2 and 3 rounds to Shakur because you're not going to get them rounds back.
Meanwhile, Gary Russell Jr. expects a potential showdown to turn into a high-tempo and action-packed battle fueled by non-stop pressure and exchanges throughout the fight. He points out that one fighter's constant aggression naturally forces the pace into intense situations from the opening bell to the final round. Russell also believes the obvious contrast in styles is what makes the matchup so appealing, creating the kind of excitement that easily captures the attention of boxing fans everywhere.
This weekend, I would love to see Shakur and Gervonta. You know, I think Gervonta and anybody in that, any of the top guys at that weight class is a great fight. Gervonta, Shakur, Gervonta, Teo, Gervonta, Keyshawn. I mean, that 135 to 140 pound weight class is hot right now. You know what I mean? But that would be a great fight. I think probably that would be one of the fights that would be the most anticipated. You know, if they can make happen, Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. By no means it would be easy for either fighter. You know, we just seen that Shakur Stevens was able to shut a great fighter like Teofimo down and made him look silly. So that would be a great fight, you know. And a big shout out to Shakur Stevens becoming a 4-time division champion. You know, he's on legendary status. He's on his way to be a Hall of Famer too, and he's still very young.
Going deeper into the stylistic breakdown, Gary Russell Jr. describes Shakur Stevenson as a polished and highly efficient technician who depends heavily on defense, movement, and precise shot placement. Russell explains that Stevenson maintains a disciplined game plan throughout fights, rarely taking unnecessary risks while using intelligent positioning and carefully timed punches to steadily build control and secure rounds.
Shakur and Tank, oh God, I don't know. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting because if Shakur handles this guy like he did Lopez, I'm gonna say the hell with him. I'm gonna say the hell with Shakur, man. If he just handles this guy like he did, the hell with him. Somebody gotta give him a fight though, but you gotta be very sophisticated to know how to play. This is when I know you lost against Shakur. This is when I know you lost. You see when he does this stuff? Once you start doing this stuff and looking at him, oh no. You got constant action, constant motion again. You gotta be on him constantly. Once you start looking at him and doing that, he is dead. He's gonna pick you apart.
Keyshawn Austin is also enthusiastic about the growing momentum surrounding the division and turns the focus toward elite-level competition, pointing to Gervonta Davis as a true measuring stick fight rather than taking safer or easier matchups. He believes stepping in against top-tier opponents is the only real way to gain full respect in boxing and truly prove yourself among the sport's elite.
Tank fight, he come to get boogie. He come to work. If he don't whoop your ass, he gonna knock you out. Same with me. If I'm gonna whoop your ass, or you going out of here. Clean up time. Let's go. Styles like that being clashed against each other, it's gonna be a juicy fight. It's bound to be a juicy fight. Yeah. People's gonna tune into it. That's why they really would tune into it, because of the styles. Now that don't need no build up because of the style.
Floyd Schofield Sr. expresses strong confidence about a potential matchup with Gervonta Davis, explaining that the team's detailed study of Davis has helped them develop a deep understanding of both his strengths and the areas where he may be vulnerable. He believed that level of preparation and analysis could play a major role in shaping their overall strategy and approach as the fight eventually happens.
Shakur, he got a different style. He got a surgical style. He's a boxer. You know, he don't get hit. He's not going to get hit. He's going to move. He's going to be smart and obedient. He's not going to try to throw no wasteful shots. And he's not going to take no risk for real with certain fighters. Why? Because it'd be foolish. His job is to win. And if he can do that by playing it safe, and he's going to do that. Right. It's not stupid of him. It's smart of him. It's obedient.
Floyd Schofield Sr. views Gervonta Davis as one of the biggest challenges standing in the way of a world title opportunity, emphasizing that defeating a fighter of Davis' level would represent a massive breakthrough within the division. He believes overcoming an opponent with that kind of reputation and experience would instantly elevate a fighter's position and prove they truly belong among the elite names in boxing.
But at the end of the day, it's boxing. You know, I'm just here to give the best fights. You know, I'm young. Tank is the gatekeeper as far as like holding that belt, that championship. And he's a person I got to go through, you know. I'm not, no disrespect, but I'm not looking to get it through a Lucas body or somebody that they expect me to beat, because, you know, once you do that, you know, you don't get no credit for that. So, you know, I'm looking to make the best fights happen. And, you know, Tank is one of the best. So I'm ready to get this fight on. It's just crazy how people try to downplay the fact that a young fighter is actually daring to be great. So you know, I'm doing something Shakur and Devin's not doing as far as fighting, you know, the boogeyman of boxing. So, you know, once that day comes, hopefully I get.
On the other hand, Gary Russell Jr. prefers not to get too caught up in future possibilities, though he admits that an impressive victory over Floyd Schofield Jr. could naturally influence larger discussions surrounding the division, including the idea of potential fight with Gervonta Davis. Russell also points out that factors like timing and weight classes would ultimately play the biggest role in determining whether that matchup would realistically come together.
Everybody asks, am I nervous about Tank? No, I'm not nervous about Tank because we know Tank weaknesses. We've been in the camp, multiple camps for Tank. We know what Tank could do, what he can't do, what he can take, what he can't take. That's why people don't want to go in the ring with us, because we've been in the gym, we know all their secrets and their weaknesses. So that's why they running, man. Anybody can say what they want. Pop not crazy, Pop not capping. We don't need money. We get paid very good, so.
Continuing his perspective, Gary Russell Jr. expects Gervonta Davis to begin the fight in a measured and careful manner, using the early rounds to read his opponent, gather information, and make the necessary adjustments. Russell explains that once Davis settles into his rhythm and figures out the timing, he usually starts taking over the fight, controlling the tempo and forcing the action to play out at his pace.
Stand in the way of our belt under the WBA. We got to be undisputed within a year and a half, 2 years, so Floyd can move up to 140 because he's getting big. Gervonta won't fight him. Zepeda won't fight him. Shakur won't fight him. All of them is in the way. So now we got to put the pressure on them to make the fans make them fight.
YouTuber Showbiz the Adult also weighs in on the growing discussion surrounding a potential matchup between Gervonta Davis and Floyd Schofield Jr., as momentum continues building through mandatory contender positioning. He reports that Oscar De La Hoya is quietly backing the push behind the scenes, while expectations are rising that negotiations and conversations will intensify in an effort to officially finalize the fight.
My man used to say, if a frog had a glass ass, would it break every time it hopped? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. Who knows if what's the kid? Schofield says he wants to fight me. Let's say he does get, and he fights me, and I spank that little ass. Who knows? Maybe Tank be like, nah, I'll fight you. I don't know. Maybe he'll have to fight me or something. You know what I'm saying? If he want to come back to that weight division, if I got the title now, or if I'm that person now. Or he gonna move up. So who knows? I can't answer that. Am I still open to it? Of course.
Oscar De La Hoya continues pursuing major fights as he works to keep the biggest possible matchups active in the division. At the same time, Gervonta Davis is reportedly targeting a return in September, even with some uncertainty still surrounding situations outside the ring. Although several possible opponents are being discussed, a fight with Floyd Schofield Jr. is widely seen as the strongest commercial option because of the attention, promotional value, and overall fan interest a matchup could generate.
A little more. He'll make that fight easy. He'll win, get his feet back up under him, and it'll give him the opportunity to just like see what the playing field is really happening. Like, damn, am I gonna have to, if I do come back, am I gonna have to go down and defend my title against Schofield, or am I gonna have to see Russell, or am I have to see Gary? Like, it gives him the opportunity to kind of see.
That brings the video to a close. Let us know your thoughts on these possible matchups down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe while turning on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, fight updates, and detailed breakdowns.